Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So, wow, it has been forever since I last made a video. I don't even want to know if I want to go into the whole, like, I was busy, like, spiel, you know, that whole rant. But, yes, I am indeed back. I finally found, like, a free day where I am not doing anything. So, I had some time to make videos. I've just been... It's so stereotypical, but I have been crazy busy, especially with sophomore year of high school, which is what I'm in right now. You know, I've taken so many AP classes that I'm low-key regretting. They're just, like, towards the end of the year, like, everything has caught up and got super busy. So, anyway, with that aside, I have a bunch of candles to talk to you guys about. Just like the good old days. I have some comparisons to make, and yes. So, what we're going to be discussing in this video is all of the new kind of floral collection candles. So, there's a collection that looks like this. There is, like, watercolor kind of floral labels with black lids. And there's another collection which also has the black lids, and it's kind of like floral wraparounds like this. So, that is what I have to discuss with you guys in this video. And yeah, so if you're interested in any of that, stay tuned. So, probably the most anticipated candle out of any of these would be the beloved Pistachio Ice Cream right there. So, I'm a huge fan of these labels, especially with the black lids, kind of like I don't know, I just really like how contemporary and modern they look. So with these, the design wraps around the whole entire candle. Really pretty, like, white, kind of almost like 90s looking floral on Pistachio Ice Cream. So here's the notes if you'd like to read those. They read, roasted pistachio, frozen almond cream, and lush vanilla bean. They rhyme, so conveniently. So what does this one smell like? When this was, like, a brand new candle, everyone was on Instagram saying, like, very similar to almond from the, this is from the, was it called Elements or Essentials? I can't even remember. One of those, I think it's Elements, this candle collection that came out, like, late, last summer or early fall. So, everyone was saying it's, like, very close, if not a repackage of almond. So, here's the little thing on the bottom of almond. It says, made with almond and sandalwood essential oils. But, so everyone was speculating that it's similar to this. So, we have them here to do a little side-by-side. And they are not very similar to me at all, actually. I mean, I feel like probably about, like, 50% of the almond candle is in this candle. But what the difference is that almond is, like, a super, like, sophisticated scent. Like, almost kind of like a body care scent would be in the sense that it's just not super sweet. It's not overbearing. It's kind of has that, like, nutty, just creamy quality that an almond has. But Pistachio Ice Cream is kind of more frilly and, like, intense, if that makes sense. Because with this one, you get, like, a cherry. Yeah, like, a cherry, like, kind of artificial almond extract note kind of comes through. So, like, really what this one smells like is if you were to take the little bottle of almond, like, extract that you put in, like, recipes or whatever, and, like, smell that. That is what I get from this one. You know, it's that just straight up, like, almond, like, punch you in the face extract note. If you've ever smelled almond extract, you definitely know what I'm talking about. But, almond extract comes off a lot, kind of like just like a really ripe cherry scent. So, when I smelled this one, to be honest, like, sweet cherry pie and black cherry merlot came to mind just because of how intense that cherry note is. So, apparently there is talk of batch variation on here. If you want to look at my batch code right there, it's a weird batch code. It says AA at the end. I've really never seen it do that. So, maybe I have a bizarre batch, but it really just comes off like a super sweet cherry scent. You know, there is that light, sophisticated, kind of nutty body care note coming from almond just in the background. I would say 40 or 50%, but the the rest of the scent really is that intense cherry note. So that's what I get from Pistachio Ice Cream. Is it my favorite? Definitely not, just because I find that cherry scent to be almost a little bit artificial or kind of intoxicating, or like Keep comes to mind. So that was my thoughts on Pistachio Ice Cream right there. And the rest of these aren't as controversial, I guess, because, you know, there's, like I said, there's all that question about batch variation or whatever with Pistachio Ice Cream. But this is definitely more in my wheelhouse. It's a floral scent, and it's called Casablanca Lily. Right there. Gorgeous, gorgeous label on here. Love these wraparounds. I mean, some people are not fans because, like, you know, there are stickers and they kind of peel back a little bit. But here's the notes on this one if you want to read them. They are white Casablanca lilies, soft sea air, and sheer hyacinth blooms. This, just like from the notes, I was so excited to smell this one because, hello, floral candles are my absolute favorite, if you can't tell by my decor back there. So, what does this one smell like? Right off the bat, very similar to the gardenia scents we've had from Bath & Body Works. White gardenia, what is it? Rainforest gardenia, I think, are the exact same. That base scent is in this candle, and it's also in a bunch of others. Like, I think Beach Orchid comes to mind. There was that Tahiti Passion Flower. Just, it has that gardenia base scent in there for sure. But there's a kind of like just a fresh cut, like green floral scent that comes through in this one to give that gardenia scent a little bit more of a depth, I feel like. So, actually, what comes to mind specifically when I smell this one is that body care from last spring called La Fleur, I'm pretty sure. It was in the French collection body care. That definitely comes to mind because it was, it just really had like a grassiness to it. That's what this one adds into that base gardenia scent. So it's like gardenia plus like a green, grassy kind of fresh cut, you know, straight out of the ground floral scent. So that is what I get from this one. I feel like hyacinth is a good description of that note because, you know, hyacinth, you kind of think of like fresh cut, like green floral. And so yeah, it's a really, really nice scent because, you know, it takes the, like, the perfumey, intense, like, tropical gardenia note and mixes it in with, like, a little bit more of a fresh, green floral. So there's that happy medium with, the two floral scents in there. So really, really like this scent. Not super groundbreaking if you've, you know, what else was it? That rose from this year, also was in this collection and very previously known as Amsterdam. Smells very similar to that too, where it's that green kind of grassy floral, but it's mixed with the gardenia really nicely. So that was a Casablanca Lily right there. Big fan of that one. And then in that same collection here we have Eucalyptus Rain. This one is in a very dark, mysterious, black printed floral jar, and also comes with the black lid like all of them do. So, Eucalyptus Rain. Here is the notes for this one, if you like to read them. They are aromatic eucalyptus, raindrops, and spearmint leaves. So, this is a funny purchase for me because there is the base, like, eucalyptus mint / eucalyptus spearmint scent that always comes from Bath & Body Works, and we have had it a million times, so everyone should know what it smells like. It's that, like, very, very extremely in-your-face kind of a mint scent. So, it's very, like, herbal, just crazy, like, intense. Like, I can't even explain it. So, I typically detest that scent, to be honest. Like, would never really buy one, maybe. But, what this one takes is that base, like, crazy intense eucalyptus mint scent and adds in just a blend of, like, fresh, kind of almost floral notes to lighten that up and make it way more pleasant, in my opinion. So, yeah, like, there is 40 or 50% of that eucalyptus mint scent that comes through in here, but it's kind of evened out by, like, it's a cologne / perfume, like, combo kind of note, and it also comes off a little bit like floral, kind of like a perfumey floral, and there's also like a light hint of fruitiness in here. I feel like, you know, I don't know how to pinpoint the fruitiness. Maybe it's just coming from the sweetness of the perfume, but I feel like it's a little bit fruity. And it's just a great variation of the eucalyptus mint scent if you are, maybe if you are into the eucalyptus mint and you want something a little bit different but similar, or if you kind of hate eucalyptus mint like me but you want something that's similar to that but like way toned down, this will be your best friend. So that was a Eucalyptus Rain right there. And the last one I have in that collection is Peach Bellini, which is a very old scent that we've had, but still keeps coming out with the gorgeous wraparound kind of rose printed like watercolor floral label. So the notes on Peach Bellini are right here. They are succulent white peach, sparkling prosecco, and sweet orange. So, like I said, Peach Bellini has been out, I feel like, since, like, Slack kind of era, like, I want to say, like, 2009 or 10, I made its debut. I think it was actually originally a winter scent, but, here we have it in the spring. And this is a scent that I'm kind of, not totally, like, in love with. But it's been out forever, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I never pick up this scent, and I'm always on the fence about it, so decided to just go ahead and get it. So what I get from this one, it's, first off, the orange comes through, to be honest. Super intense, like, orange peel, you know, intense, like, almost sting your nose status, like, citrus. So that's what I get first, and then, like, a little bit, the more delicate kind of softer peach notes comes through. And it really does come across kind of like a bubbly like drink. Like there's a little bit of that like fizzy effervescence in this one. And yeah, I'll be honest with you guys, sometimes that I smell this one, I'm like, it's a little plasticky, it's a little cheap, a little fake smelling, but like I feel like it's something to do with the lid for some reason. Like so if I smell like this, it's just that like orange citrus peach scent, but this is a little bit more fake. So I don't know, not totally in love with Peach Bellini, but we have it anyway because it was just one that I had been putting off getting for a long time, you know. It's just one of those that's like always there, so I never really have to worry about it leaving, but I was waiting for cute packaging, so I definitely got it with this one. And that is all I have from that collection. I think there's a few more that I skipped out on, nothing too exciting, but next up is this gorgeous collection, and the first one I have to talk about is Golden Jasmine. Really pretty wax on this one. It's like a teal blue kind of wax. And I noticed something weird about this scent is that the wicks are high-key turning yellow on there. Like if you all can see there, like, it is yellowed, and also the rim of, like, the lid is a little bit yellowed, so kind of weird there, but, anyway, after that little sidebar, here are the notes for this scent. I'm just so happy that Bath & Body Works keeps making floral scents, because those are my absolute favorite of all time, like, drop dead, like, floral scents all up in my house. But anyway, notes read, jasmine blossoms, sorry, sweet amber, and pomelo grapefruit. So, the notes on this scent are so weird. First off, like, I feel like I get, like, something quite different from what it says. So, like, the first time that I smelled this, I was brought straight back to my childhood, when I would get so excited for some reason when, like, my sister or my mom or someone was reading a magazine and it had, like, a little perfume sample in it, and anytime I saw one, I was like, oh my gosh, let me smell it, because they just, should have known that I would be obsessed with, like, stuff that smells good when I grow up. But this smells exactly like, you know, that, like, classic perfume, kind of just quintessential perfume scent when you think of that, is what I get from this one. So, the perfume is very prominent. That's the first thing that I get from this scent. And there's a little bit of just like a generic kind of, you know, neither here nor there floral in the background. It's kind of just goes along with the perfuminess like in nature, if that makes sense. Like, you know, I couldn't pick out, is this rose, is it jasmine, is it plumeria, or any of that. Like, I can't really put my finger on what floral it is. I just know that's kind of in there. If that makes sense. Hard to explain with this one. And maybe the citrus is in there just kind of lightly in the background, but not super prominently. What this one reminds me of is like a body care scent in general. Kind of like Hello Beautiful comes to mind. That crisp kind of perfume scent with the floral notes in the background comes to mind for sure. And also, someone on Instagram mentioned this. I forgot their name. I didn't pick this out originally, but it kind of reminds you of Cactus Blossom. This is a label that I have from this past semi-annual sale. So notes on Cactus Blossom are cactus flower petal, sun-kissed coconut, and fresh sparkling lemon. So these are pretty similar. Yeah. This one is just so much more, well, looking for the label. Where did the label even go? This one is just like more like crisp. Like you get that kind of almost sharp perfume note that comes through with this one. Rather, this one is much sweeter, and you definitely get a coconut with this one that you don't with this. So that was Golden Jasmine. I'm a big fan of that one, actually, just because, you know, those crisp kind of generic, almost perfume floral scents are my jam. So huge fan of that one. And then a classic scent that always comes back, I grabbed, and it is French Lavender right here in this dark purple wax. Love this color to death. So here's the notes on French Lavender. They are south of France, oh my gosh, literally cannot speak today. South of France lavender, vanilla, and soft jasmine. So, if you've never smelled French lavender, it is very, very intense, almost kind of like fresh cut lilacs is, you know, like it's that just bam, like hit you in your face, floral scent. So this one is like in your face lavender. If you are not a fan of like herbal scents, this one is not for you, because lavender by nature is super like herbal, almost like just I can really not even explain it. Like there's something like kind of herbal, like I said, sage comes to mind. There's something like spicy in it almost, if that makes sense. So the lavender comes through for sure, and it's kind of lightly mellowed out by the other floral, jasmine, whatever generic floral you want to throw in there. And there is a little bit of that vanilla, maybe just a slight softness to the scent. So that comes through, and overall, very intense scent, but French Lavender is a good one. You have to have kind of like appreciation for lavender scents, if that makes sense. So there was French Lavender right there. And the very last candle that I have to share in this video is Honeysuckle Freesia. Now this candle threw me for a loop for sure, just because it smells nothing like the notes, which happen to read Garden Honeysuckle, Sugared Citrus Zest, and Freesia Petals. So if you just looked at this candle maybe online or something, you would think it was kind of like a citrus, kind of floral combination, like, you know, that's what you'd think. Definitely not, though. What I get from Honeysuckle Freesia is just immensely similar to the Rosewater and Ivy candle that debuted last summer, and we have it again this spring. It actually came out like 2 times in between, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, Rosewater and Ivy, Soft Rose Petals, Rankest Ivy, and Spring Musk. What similarities comes through in this is that this one kind of just borrows the light powdery kind of green floral from Rosewater and Ivy, and it just takes that and gives it like a different, like, softer effect, if that makes any sense. It's kind of just like a stripped down version of Rosewater and Ivy. Because this is definitely like powdery rose, but not as much in here. It's just kind of the base scent of Rosewater and Ivy comes through in here. It's just the powdery kind of green floral, but it's like very grandma-ish in the sense that there's like that like puff of like powder when you open the lid. So that's what I got from Honeysuckle Freesia. Very misnamed candle, I feel like. I don't really get Honeysuckle Freesia or citrus in there. So what can you do? Because it's really nice to have a a toned down version of Rosewater and Ivy, you know, because the rose note kind of throws some people off, so it's nice to have a little lighter version of that. And yeah, that was all of the candles that I had to talk about with you guys today. I'm absolutely surrounded by candles right now. But I hope that you all enjoyed my first video back, and I hope to make so many more videos this summer. You all will definitely be getting enough of me this summer because got all that free time on my hands. I'm going to be cranking out the videos. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!